Welcome back to Girl Talk. Gerri Wilson joins us now. Very talented, beautiful lady who is also an author and has a book called Wicked Game. Very cool. Nice to have you here.
Thanks, Debbie, and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
What great news. It's just wonderful.
And this is kind of like giving birth, too, right? Not that I did that.
Funny that you say that. It actually took me exactly 9 months from the day I started writing until I had a book in my hand. So, you know, I say most women pop a baby in 9 months.
Right.
I pop
You got a book.
So, yeah.
There you go.
Now, why this is the first book for you?
That's a very good question. I don't know. And actually, this story I had written years ago, the manuscript, but it never had a proper ending until obviously May 1st of last year when bin Laden met his demise. But I wrote it some time ago, the actual plot. And
had always just been fascinated by...
Yeah, well, yes. I've always loved writing, and I just had the story. And
well, tell us a little bit about the story itself. Just a brief synopsis
It's
of it.
really a triangle love story, but the backdrop is the last 3 years of bin Laden's life, his whereabouts, where he was, and he's sort of the glue that brings the characters together. And but the real story is a sort of a love triangle.
And it's fiction.
It's all fiction.
But then you've got this, you know.
There's the people are obviously fictionists. The places are real, and of course the bin Laden story is fiction as far as, you know, my idea of where he was. But the end is pretty true.
We know the ending.
The ending, yes, the ending we know.
So have you always been wanting to write? Have you always thought about it?
Yes, I've written for a long time, a lot of things, but never published.
They just swirl in your brain and you just have to get them out. And
What finally inspired you to do it and get it finished?
I'll tell you what inspired me is the morning, May 2nd last year, when the headlines came out, and my husband said, "Okay,
that's it.
Now you have the ending.
There's your sign.
Get it in novel form and get it done." So originally, I had him. The ending was bin Laden was teaching math to 7th graders in Carmel, Indiana, clean shaven, had sort of infiltrated himself into American society.
Oh my God!
And then
better ending.
This is a better ending because this one's real. Yeah. So much better ending.
What's the process to getting the book published? You know,
that's a very good question. And we started last fall sort of researching and contacting publishers and so forth. And the timeline using a traditional publisher is huge.
It takes forever.
And, you know, this story was happening now. So we actually decided to self-publish.
Really?
To be able to get the book in people's hands. And we've got, of course, the print edition, and it's on Kindle and Nook and
is it on
iBooks and all that stuff. So it's out everywhere.
Wow.
And then...
did you let anybody preview it? I mean, obviously your
Oh,
husband.
yeah. We had an editor, and
yeah,
we went through all the channels.
Like
and
real book.
Now
So
we're
you
ready
did
for
all
the
that
next
in a
thing.
year?
Yeah.
That's in another.
Yeah.
It's been a
When does the movie
tremendous
come out?
learning experience. Good question. I don't know. We're working on it. We're working on it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I would love it. I would love
that
it.
would be
And
awesome. Well, the timing would be
got a
great
lot of
for that too.
irons in the fire out there.
Well,
so
you've got
fantastic.
you've had a lot of great press on it and book
It's been
signings
amazing,
and all of that.
overwhelming. Really, it's just been when you write something, you don't really know if it's good. You just sort of write what comes from your heart and comes from your thoughts and hope that people enjoy it. And the response has been really
You've had good feedback.
heartwarming, overwhelming. Yeah, it's been great.
And you had a book signing, didn't you?
We actually launched in Nassau, Bahamas in March. We were still there when the book came out, and part of it takes place in Bahamas. So we thought it was fitting to have the launch there.
Yeah.
And that went great. We did it at the Ocean Club there. And then when we came back, I guess middle of April, Heritage Week, we had another book signing at Long Cove for local here, and that went great also.
Oh, that's awesome.
But from there, it's just gone. It's going crazy.
Do you
so
have
it's good.
plans for another book?
Yes.
In your head already?
I do. Yeah. There's another story coming.
Now, is it related to this or totally different?
It's not a sequel. However, one of the characters will come to the next story, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, a little tie-in, but totally different story. The next one actually is a transcript that my husband wrote.
Oh, really?
Some years ago, and I'm going to take his transcript and turn it into a novel, but also add this character into his story. So
neat.
Now,
that'll be
looking
the next
back, once it's published and you look at the story, is there anything that you go back through and say, oh,
It's like when you
I
paint a
should have
painting
done-
sometimes.
You
Or
know,
I
I
wish
don't
I
know.
had.
But
Or are you totally?
I've read the story 50 times before it got to this point.
Yeah.
But no, I'm very
That's
happy with
good.
exactly the way it
Because
turned
that
out.
creative process.
It is when you paint a painting. You know, you finish
always
it and
wanna
you always
go
go
back
back
and touch it.
I wish I had just done it this color. Because I do that all the time with the stuff that's on my walls that I did when I was in high school.
Yeah.
It's like I just
Isn't
wish
that
it would have
funny?
been so good, but
Because
No,
we all
I'm
evolve
happy.
creatively, and you probably, you look back
And
at
hard on
certain
yourself,
things.
too,
But
when-
that's great to have that. Like you said, there's a lot that goes on between the writing and the actual
Yes,
finished product.
there is.
So
You see a lot.
who did the cover?
Reed McCall, thank you for asking.
You're-
because
no,
I
it's
wanted
a
to give him
great
credit.
cover.
Reed McCall in Charleston, South Carolina. He is incredibly talented. I gave him the
Love it.
idea of what I was thinking, and I mean, within minutes, he had
Came
this
up with that.
on my computer screen in front of me to look at. So he is amazing, and he also did the website.
Oh, cool.
which is
So www.wickedgameanovel.com.
very cool. And like you said, people can get it at. Is it available at local Barnes and Noble yet, or
It will be any day. We're just
That
in
is
the
so
final
cool.
process of getting approved by Barnes & Noble New York, and it will be for national distribution. So we'll have it here also.
But it is on Kindle and
It's on
Nook
Kindle,
and-
Nook, the iBook Store,
Okay.
iTunes iBook Store for iPad and iPhone, and Amazon.com.
When do you get to be on the Today Show?
Wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't
that be great? I'd love it. Yes.
Well,
Can
it
you,
will
can you
grow
plant a
and
seed for
grow.
that?
Yeah.
I mean, can you do that, or do you have to become a?
I have no idea.
Well,
Well, we'll
But,
see
you
where
know,
it all
so
goes.
we'll see.
learning
Be
as you go.
fabulous. Learning as we go. Yeah.
Jerry, thank
That
you
sounds really
so much.
Thank
and
you guys for
congratulations.
having me.
It's
Thanks
just,
so much.
Check it out. Wicked
Thank
Game
you.
by local author Jerry
you,
Wilson.
guys. I appreciate it.
Stay
Thanks.
with us. More to come here on Girl Talk.
Girl Talk is brought to you by J. Banks Design, The Greenery, Stoneworks, Custom Audio Video, and by Island Tire and Automotive Services. Please support these businesses who make our program possible.